Mayor Andy Letham requesting oversight of basic income pilot. Kawartha Lakes. Hamilton Mayor Fred Eisenberger, along with Chris Friel, Mayor of Brantford, Andy Letham, Mayor of Kawartha Lakes, and Keith Hobbs, Mayor of Thunder Bay, issued a joint letter to Honourable Jean-Yves Declos, Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, expressing their concern with the sudden cancellation of the Basic Income Pilot Program and their united request to the federal government to assume oversight of the project. We've come together to share with Minister Declos that there is broad-based support for the continuation of this important evidence-based program, said Fred Eisenberger, Mayor of Hamilton. We are appealing to the federal government to assume oversight of the Ontario Basic Income Pilot Project in our communities for years 2 and 3 of the planned project. The Basic Income Pilot, we believe, will provide valuable data with the potential to inform future public policy and poverty reduction strategies nationally, he continued. Mayor Andy Letham commented, "There is much to be gained by continuing to run the pilot over the remaining term and gathering the data that the province has already invested in. Aside from making good on the promises made to pilot participants, it offers an opportunity to improve the system. We need to find a better way to assist those who are living on low income and struggling to make ends meet." Ontario's Basic Income Pilot is the first and largest basic income trial in North America. It has gained global attention for its potential to provide the evidence to eliminate income assistance systems that are often inefficient and stigmatizing. Port Perry's hospital reopens amid much fanfare. Dan Kearns, Scugog. Dignitaries, media members, and Lakeridge Health staff were among those who packed the Port Perry Hospital lobby on Wednesday, September 5th, for the official reopening of the local hospital. The Port Perry Hospital had been closed since late August 2017 after a fire erupted on the hospital's roof. "It's great to get our hospital back going again," Lakeridge Health CEO Matthew Anderson said, adding it took tireless dedication from everyone in order to get the hospital open again. He also stressed the importance of the local hospital to the Scugog community. "This is a hospital that is truly built on, supported by, and fully immersed with its community. Port Perry Hospital is not just a community hospital. It's a belief system, it's a commitment, it's a way of being, all rooted in community and carrying a commitment to one another that transcends bricks and mortar," Mr. Anderson said. According to a press release from Lakeridge Health, some of the work done to Port Perry's hospital includes the restoration of mechanical and electrical infrastructure and sections of the building damaged by the fire, upgrades to the mechanical and electrical room, such as the installation of twin generators, brickwork on the exterior of the building, and installation of new flooring in the emergency department and diagnostic imaging. Additional upgrades have also been made to enhance the patient experience, such as improvements to the new Life Center, where the patients' washrooms are brighter and rooms feature walk-in showers. These improvements will help Lakeridge Health, the Foundation, and the community partners to continue to serve the needs of Durham Region's growing population, read the press release. Kelly LaRocca, chief of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island, was pleased that the hospital reopened. "I can't say enough amazing, great things about our hospital. It is going to be the Cadillac of healthcare," she said, adding that she missed the doctors and nurses at Port Perry Hospital when she had her second child. She also said if there was ever a case to be made about how important the Port Perry Hospital is to the community, the time from when the hospital was closed to now is proof. Scugog Ward 2 Councillor and Deputy Mayor Jana Guido made remarks on behalf of Scugog Council. "There are many factors that contribute to a strong community, and one key component is having access to health care. The fire highlighted many things in Scugog. Firstly, our hospital is a vital part of this community. But with that, just how fortunate we are to have the amazing staff of the hospital and the heroics of our fire services," she said. Port Perry Hospital Foundation CEO Rachel Agnaluzzi thanked the community for their support. Durham MPP Lindsay Park said the reopening of the hospital is a testament to the commitment and dedication of Lakeridge Health and its community partners to investing in healthcare close to home.
Technical foul.
North Durham Sports.
Uxbridge Bruins open 2018-19 season versus Lakefield on Friday night. Marlowe Stanfield, special to the Standard. Uxbridge. The Uxbridge Bruins are roaring into the 2018-19 PJHL season after finishing the preseason with an undefeated record, winning over Port Hope and Campbellford last week. The new season starts Friday night, September 14th, at the Den, with the defending Clarence Schmaltz Cup provincial champion Lakefield Chiefs in town for a 7:45 p.m. matchup. The Bruins scored in bunches last week. On Tuesday night, they shut out the Panthers 7-0 in Port Hope. And back at home at the Den on Friday night, they took a 12-0 win over the Campbellford Rebels, who were pressed into duty after Port Hope cancelled the originally scheduled return game last Wednesday. As well, the Bruins were busy last week rounding out their bench staff, adding a pair of familiar names in Trevor Cox and Mike Spataro to serve as assistant coaches under newly appointed bench boss Andrew Langlands. I've coached a lot of these guys over the years, and that has made the transition fairly seamless, Langlands said. That transition has included an increased emphasis on speed, skill, and discipline for the team. We're looking to be a fast team, disciplined and exciting. It's hard to do that while you're killing penalties, so we're going to look to be effective in 5-on-5 situations and draw more penalties this year to give more opportunities to our offense, Langlands continued. Cox was a member of the team during the wildly successful run between 2000 and 2005 that saw the team advance to 2 provincial semifinals, as well as a berth in the Clarence Schmaltz Cup finals in 2002. That connection with the team's glory days, as well as with the community as a whole as an Uxbridge native, has Cox eager to return to the team to an elevated position within Junior C hockey. I'm not really an X's and O's guy, but I know the league and I know the community, and I feel like my strong suit is communicating and good bench management, Cox explained. We're looking to have our team buy into a philosophy and hopefully win some games and put some butts in the seats. I've seen firsthand how great it can be when the town embraces the team, and I want that experience for our players. Bare necessity. The Bruins will head as far as possible on Sunday evening, trekking to Gananoque to meet the Islanders. Next Friday night, September 21st, the Bruins are back on home ice in Uxbridge to tame the Port Hope Panthers at 7:45 p.m. Codependence. Last week we took a summary look at a category of dependence called independence, and many of its troubling tendencies, plus a few of its properly applied possible benefits. The second category of dependence seems, at first look, to be a healthy connection with others, but is called codependence. It is an inward or outward over-reliance on the contribution of others or on ours toward them. To be able to rely on others seems good, huh? Yet, for people in relationships where support has become a premium, either in the giving or the needing of, exhaustion can occur. If left unrecognized and unaddressed, a kind of overgrowth can develop, much like weeds taking over a neglected, once productive garden. In relationships like love-stricken young adults who believe they must take on the world together, employees who have special skills or determination becoming overworked, those working in social causes who, entrapped by the sense of need and the value of the work they perform, become driven, altruism can be derailed, and helping others replaced with a quenchless desire for a self-image upgrade. Crisis workers, in this world of great and vital need, can find fulfillment fleeting or next to impossible, who, after achieving a step forward, see the next immediately demanded by necessity, sometimes experience adrenaline addiction setting in. Relationships with others and circumstances can morph, where a person can lose the sense of capacity to choose, and become entrenched with the demands upon them. Eventually, any life needs reciprocity. But in these scenarios, some reach for a return from the very thing promoting the problem. I mean, you give out, you should give back, right? Is often the thought process. Although it seems entirely fair, it's not often the case that it will come through the pipeline of the place or manner where we are giving. Balanced perspective would dictate where we give out is where the lack is, and so a beneficial return from these same places or people is highly unlikely. Instead, outflow from these exaggerated areas of life are also distorted, but we often lock on to them out of urgency, having given too much too long, in sort of a junk food quick fix response. Don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating we stop responding to need, but we have to keep our wits about us in the process, so as not to be drained of the equipping for our own life. If we don't, we're no good for anyone, and the anything to fill the hunger urgency operates much like an addiction, and it sets up an unhealthy cycle called codependence. Like we said last time, imagined or actual needs affect us much the same in our minds and emotions. The reason why women, or today even men, find themselves in abusive relationships and also can't find the desire to break away. Let's put this in the broader description of the relationships described earlier. Dr. Phil would ask, how's that working for you? Many bruised and beaten by the demands of others, purposes, or their own compulsive desire to be answered by the same, would share along these lines. I love them. I'm sure they love me. They just can't express it. Or, you just don't understand. My boss is under a lot of stress. Or, it's just a matter of time. Things can't stay this way forever. Or, risk is a part of life. Though some of these responses carry a piece of truth, it is distorted to fit desire, rather than held up straight to bring clarity to real need. This is often how damage in life occurs. Have you ever been so overwhelmed by others or circumstances your mind seemed to go numb or lock up for a while? If, in that moment, you deferred to the choices of others who chose to act for you, or you chose the feeling of being indispensable yourself as their answer to get things unstuck, these are the seeds of codependence. We're talking when this happens on an increasing basis. We are beginning to short-circuit normal healthy balance. Whatever the outward form, the loss of self-determination is just as destructive to both parties involved. Accompanied or disguised as laziness, depression, or anxiety, because it cannot bring real satisfaction. In today's one-size-fits-all approach, it is often medicated rather than instructed. But the pressure to choose for another can be very seductive, stimulated by both parties seeking to find a security in the moment. If left uninterrupted, it can conform to a constant way to navigate in life. No person is capable of being the sole answer for the needs of another's life. Society is not even fully capable to be this supply as well. We can help, but God is greater. To a person struggling with codependency, whether it be in siding up with the bully in the schoolyard, recognizing the struggles others have, lack of rest and nutrition compromising our resilience, chemical or psychological addictions to states of mind, or dynamics in achieving, denial is the mechanism driving it all. Hence, the very frank, how's it working for you, is a reality check question we all need to ask ourselves, very honestly. As a Christian, truth is touted as of the utmost importance. Unfortunately, some can lose sight of the fact that the Bible shows us truth is more than a subject matter, but actually embodied by God. Naturally, as the creator of all things, he is intricately involved with the healthy design of what he created. And so, to know the truth is to be connected with how to be set free. In the Bible, in John 8:31b and 8:32, Jesus said, "If you continue to accept and obey my teaching, you are really my followers. You will know the truth, and the truth will make you free." That's the easy-to-read version. By becoming intimately connected with what comes out of Jesus, God in human form, you will come to be intimate with the truth about yourself, and that will set or make you free from denial and codependence with what comes out of others. Forget Jack Nicholson. Being dependent on God is good. God alone can handle the truth of our whole lives. God alone can handle the truth of our whole lives.
Arts and entertainment.
Cartwright Fall Festival and Classic Car Show returns September 29th. Scugog. Cartwright Sports and Recreation Incorporated, CSR, celebrates the harvest season with their 18th annual Fall Festival and Classic Car Show being held at Cartwright Fields in Nettleton on Saturday, September 29th from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is $5 and children under 2 get in free. All makes and models are welcome to show in the Classic Car Show with fan-favorite prizes, a 50-50 draw, festival events, and activities. Show it before you stow it, and come check out all the shiny chrome on display at the park. And don't forget the chili cook-off contest. Community organizations, sports teams, and local families can enter their favorite chili recipes, earn the most votes for the coveted win, and bragging rights in the People's Choice and Judge's Choice categories. CSR is challenging beef, pork, poultry, and lamb producers to prepare their chili with their own farm's meat and produce. Register with Tara at 905-354-0966 by September 22nd for your chili table inside the hall. Come learn about our new 9-hole disc golf course that runs throughout our park and trails. Demonstration sessions will teach young and old about this growing sport, and opportunities to play will also be offered. Discs will be available for demo sessions and to buy. The Kids Fun Zone area will host crafts and activities, loonies at a bale search, and a jumbo inflatable activity that will keep the kids engaged. Horse and wagon rides are also included for anyone taking tours throughout the walking trails. Local vendors will be showcasing their products throughout the park grounds. Vendor opportunities are available for a $30 donation. Contact Melanie at 905-809-4240 for information or to register by September 22nd. A barbecue and beer garden area will be open for food and refreshments. All proceeds go directly back into the park, sports fields, and its facilities at Cartwright Fields for future development projects. Last year, we installed new permanent outfield fencing to the lower diamond at a cost of over $15,000 from our community fundraising efforts. Upcoming plans include an LED lighting upgrade at the upper diamond and constructing a covered shelter for the lower diamond area. There are also design and building and funding plans to create an accessible walkway from the hall to both the upper and lower diamond areas. These projects take volunteer help and community support to reach our organization's goals. Volunteers are always welcome, and students can earn their community volunteer hours. If volunteering doesn't fit your timetable, please consider sponsoring any of the events and activities being held at the Fall Festival and Classic Car Show. We hope you can join us and bring some sunshine along with you. Visit www.cartwrightfields.ca for more information. Like/follow us on Facebook or call or email Melanie at 905-986-4201 or writesfeeds@gmail.com.
The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio for the Standard newspaper.